Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing all right and doing well. We are going to do something a little different tonight because a few days ago the Dragon Lord dropped. That's essentially a fighter archetype class, and we're going to try one out. I've already gone and procured the access to the archetype. If you don't know how to do that, I will create a short video and post how to do that. And post that video so that everyone will know how to do it. You can get it no matter what kind of account you have. Tonight, because I want to be able to try to play things as high level as possible initially, like on elites, we're doing this on a excuse me. We're doing this on a paid for account, a VIP account, not a free account. So why don't we go ahead and jump right into it. So if we start here, you're going to go fighter, and you'll select Dragon Lord. And next, and I want to play as a half orc. I don't want to play as a Dragonborn because it seems like everybody's kind of doing that. Or at least I've seen a lot of it. So I thought I'd do something different. And let's go ahead and go into it. I want as much strength as possible. I want 13 dex. And a little con, can I get my charisma up at all? Okay, we'll pop it up to 14 dex. That's okay. I'm good with that. The only skill immediately I'm worrying about is intimidate. I want some of that. And we're going to go two-handed fighting. I want to try to make this mostly a damage build. We're going to go with a hunger because I want attack bonuses. And let's go on and pick a different set of tusks. I don't want those. I want the slightly shorter one. I want a different hairstyle than that. Yeah, that looks fine. I definitely don't want that kind of facial hair. There we go. That'll do. Nice bearded orc should do the trick. I'm actually okay with the rest of that. I want to make them neutral because I like the idea of dragons being neutral. We'll call him Moru Tech. See if they'll let me do that. Will they? Yes, they will. All right, so there we go. Let's go ahead and get started. And we'll take a moment to set things up. Shouldn't take too long. We want to leave the shortcut bar unlocked. I don't want to show hints. And don't necessarily want quest rewards based on class. Okay, so let's get ourselves some shortcut bars here. This video is filmed primarily in 1440. Well, not primarily. It's filmed in 1440. And for that, I generally like to have about 8 shortcut bars. I vary it by the resolution I'm having to play the game in. So it does change a bit. I got one too many. There we go. And we'll take just a moment to set that up. That's okay. I'm okay with that where that is. Let's go with Sunder there, Trip there. That's defensive fighting there. Search I'll leave where it is, and I'll pull the Intimidate over there. I'm okay with that. Go talk to Elia, I guess is how you say that. Go ahead and start. That's a level 1 character. I am going to skip.
You find yourself waking on a shore of flotsam. Memories of a large white dragon striking your ship come flooding back.
I'm going to go ahead and skip that. And I'm definitely going two-handed slashing on this character.
Stepping out of the grotto, you find yourself in Korthos village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin are winning. However, some hopeful souls still hold out for help to arrive.
Just put a few things in here. And put this together. A little bit of setup ahead of time can save yourself some time later, some effort later. And we'll go ahead and put on our armor. Don't need that. Yes. Don't need that. This can go here. Okay, there we go. Let's move. Now, we are not going to do... We're going to be doing some of the Korthos Island quests in this run, but initially, I'm going to go to... straight to Stormreach. Matter of fact, just to make my life even easier. I like the idea of a half-orc riding a panther. I think that's just cool, so why not? Let's go to Stormreach, and we're going to go put a bunch of that stuff in the bank. While I'm riding, let's check and see what that got my Intimidate up to 5. Okay. Even though I'm not building this character specifically as a tank, it's still a half-orc fighter, and a little Intimidate goes a long way towards, if I have to, pulling whatever I'm fighting off of any character it shouldn't be on and pulling it onto me. Alright, let's go ahead and first of all extend these windows. Can't use that yet. Can't use this. Can't use this. We have something like that. We're just pulling a whole bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily want to get rid of. That I also don't want to keep on me. Okay, now, I had some of these experience boosts stowed away, so I'm just going to grab them and use them. Also going to grab one of these. Although I'm not going to drink it just yet. And let's go with our +3 tomes. Again, this is a VIP account, so this is going to give me a little bit of a boost, but I imagine that it's probably not going to make that huge of a difference to most people. It's going to make a little bit, but by and large, I don't think it's going to be insanely different. All right, let's consume these real quick. first thing I'm going to actually do after I finish getting set up here is I'm going to go and do the solo quest here in the harbor. Just because they're quick and easy to get out of the way. And coupled with these, it'll get me some quick experience points. Alright, so let's go ahead and have that. And this. And I'm going to go ahead and do my weekly gold. 1,000 experience and a bunch of platinum. That is not unwelcome. We'll do the daily roll. Order experience points. Okay, so that really came very close to leveling me. Let's go ahead and I've got one racial and one universal tree. So here's the racial. Universal, I think I'm going to go with Inquisitive just because I like the idea of some of that. And of course we're going to go with Dragon Lord here. I'm going to go with Fire. Very traditional dragon thing. And I'm going to go ahead and lay out some stuff in Intimidate. Let's see what that brings the Intimidate skill up to. 11, not bad. Let's see what else. Have I got any more to spend? I don't. Okay, so we're done there. So, it used to be, before the latest update, that this was a solo quest, but this has been changed. It is no longer a solo quest. It is now, scales with difficulty just like a regular quest, and it starts at, I believe, level 4. So we're not going to do that just yet. Instead, we're going to go here and talk to Berrigan Inge. And we'll go in. And we will deal with the Miller.
You have searched every area within the Miller's home, save the basement.
Hopefully, with any luck. Go ahead and drink our experience point boost, and we'll drink our lesser treasure hunter elixirs. With any luck, you know, what is this? I'm not going to use that right yet. I'm going to save that for something when I think I might need it. With any luck, I'll get a better weapon than this starting great axe. Of course, with a strength of 20, you might well expect I'm going to do a decent amount of damage to monsters in the solo quest, so it's not like I'm going to be, I don't think, in any real danger here.
Ever-bright lamps litter the basement floor. The Miller has told you the goods meant for the coin lords are in the back room of the basement.
Obviously a trap. He's hoping to escape out.
Particularly nasty-looking iron defender.
Let's sunder. Oh, it's saved. Oh well. Not that it matters. And that, pretty much, is the Miller's quest knocked out.
You have acquired the Miller's goods.
Let's see if we get any luck here. That looks like it might be a good belt. Let's finish out and see what we've got here. The solo quests, generally by and large, don't take much time. Pretty much the longest one was always the one that is now no longer a solo quest. Oh, hey. I think I got some... Let's see what this belt is. Death block, jump +1. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. And the armor bonus on that is not as good. The armor check penalty is better. It's light armor. I think I'm going to wait and see if I can't get something eventually a little bit better. Let's go and do the next solo quest, which the looks of it will probably pop me up to level 2, and I am absolutely okay with that. Just dogs. Alright, so there's a couple of ways you could approach this. If you want the absolute maximum experience, you want to break everything before you lead the dogs out. That's a little tricky, but not particularly difficult. If you want to break all this stuff but don't care about the XP, lead the dogs out, go back and break it. If you're just interested in doing it as quickly as possible, just run through and lead the dogs out. That's what I'm going to do. I don't think the XP bonus will make that much of a difference. I always lead this one out first. And then I grab the other 4 or 5 of them. The other 5 of them, I grab them all at once and lead them out. I could go breaking these barrels and you could get some stuff out of it, but I got 9,000 platinum on a roll, so I'm not worried about it. The only trick to this quest is you want to make sure you're not wearing any kind of armor or gear or have any abilities that will cause you to deal damage to something that attacks you. Because if you do, the dogs will take damage, and they can't take any damage. These things will die if you stare at them cross-eyed. Which means you want to just, you know, not have any gear like that or any abilities like that. Because if you kill one of them, you fail the quest. And you don't want to. There we go. Just as I predicted, ready to level. Now, if you're standing near the exit of a quest, instead of clicking finish, just click on the exit because it's going to be faster than waiting for the, you know, log out bar to, the recall bar to fill up. It's not that interesting to me. Let us go train. We've got one more solo quest to do before we head back to Porthos Island to do at least some of those in the village. We won't be going into the wilderness area tonight. Might do it. We'll probably do it eventually. We just won't do it tonight. Or today, if that's happened to be what it is wherever you are. Let's go train up to level 2 first. Fighter, okay. Advance to the next level as a fighter, yes. Get some more intimidate, yes. What do I want? I think I want power attack. So let's go and let's go pull power attack down here. Cause my 2 hit bonus is already at 13. That'll give me some more damage. Couple extra damage. In the late 2 extra points of damage in the later part of the game isn't much, but in the early game, it can make a difference. In at least in how quickly you kill something, if it's something that takes multiple hits. Not man-eating, that's not ominous and foreshadowing, not at all, he said sarcastically. Alright. Let's go take out some spiders. The trick is, of course, not to break any of these sarcophagi. If you break 10 of them, you fail the quest. But generally, if you're careful and you pick the spots to fight in, it's not really a problem. Now, this is just a big circle I'm in at the moment. Come on, little spider.
The spiders no longer infest the eastern wing of the crypt.
That's right, they don't. Alright, well, I don't know why I'm going that way. I'm going to go back this way. Going to be sticking mostly to the Dragon Lord enhancement tree for the most part. Doesn't matter which one of these ways you go first. Well, a bunch of them are heading towards me. Usually I have to go a little farther down than this to get all 5 of those to come at me, but not today. That's alright. I will happily accept this being a little easier on me. Let's pull this, and then rather than fighting them in a room full of all these sarcophagi, where if we step one way we shatter them, we'll just pull them back to this spot, which is much safer.
Clear the infestation from
Alright, now let's go to the other wing. By and large, these solo quests really are pretty quick. That was close. Oh, it's because of the spider. There we go. If there's any monsters visible on your screen, clicking on something will just result in an attack. So you have to make sure you're looking in such a way as they're not visible on the screen. You want to actually click on like a collectible or something. Otherwise, it will just assume it's on the screen you're wanting to attack. It's one of the problems I have with this game, but I'm honestly not sure if there is a solution to it,
Clear
to be
the
honest.
infestation from the southern wing of the crypt.
Right. We are going to go take care of this thing.
You hear a massive body moving about on 8 spindly legs. The spider's lifeless body
There we go.
crunches under your boots.
Let's go get this. And click on it. There we go. And finish up. All right. We have finished all of the solo quest, I think. Yes, we have finished all of the solo quest. Hasty belt of tumble. If I tumbled, that would be interesting. That's, That's for double shot. Nah, that does me no good. So I'm not going to worry about it. Now, what we're going to do is one more thing. Not another quest, but just get a couple of things to make our lives a little easier. We're going to head back to Korthos Island, and we're going to do most of the quests in the village, if not all of them. Which, again, will not take us long at all. That's a pretty simple thing to do, but we're going to go up here first, and I'm going to talk to Fitzpat the Fence. I'm going to get the quest, and I will eventually do it, but not tonight. What I'm actually after is the gem bag he gives you. And then I'm also going to talk to Baudric Hartman for the fact he also gives a bag. He gives you the bag for collectibles. So I'm going to take a minute to arrange things. And of course, being a complete idiot, I forgot to do something kind of important. Well, it's kind of important for me. So let's, first of all, we'll do this. We'll get a level 2 cleric. We'll get him. All right, and mount up. And we're going to go back up here, one of the shops, because I forgot to get something while I was up there. And it's not necessary at this level, but it's a nice little quality of life thing to do, at least for me. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the hammer and chain. We're going to talk to the missile weapon vendor. I'd like to trade. Don't need to repair anything. I'll go ahead and sell gems. I'm not going to sell my gear yet, though. I'm hanging on to the magic items right now. I'm going to buy 1 thin quiver and 1 wide quiver. Thin quiver. Actually, let's also, just so I've got them, get some arrows. Some extra arrows in case I need them. And I'll pull those into the thin quiver, which I will equip. And then I will put the wide quiver there simply for just if I wind up picking up enough stuff. Okay. I'm happy with that. Now we can go and now we can go back to Carthos Island. Now, in my case, we're also going to do a really super fast quest on the way out of town. You can do this quest at level 4 or under if you have enough skills. I've got an Intimidate of 12. So I think I should be able to do it if memory serves me correctly. Once you're level 5 or above, you can no longer do this quest. And it's just a super quick little thing. You talk to this harbor guard, he wants these guys to pay a toll, and you can bluff or intimidate or haggle or what have you. If you don't have any of these skills at that level, you really can't succeed at the quest, but I have a good enough intimidate. So there we go. Ooh, now that breastplate, on the other hand, it's an odd item. Maybe a paladin item? I don't know. Armor check penalty is the same. The armor bonus is better, and it's got some resistances and absorptions. So I'm okay with that. So I will take off my starter armor. Since it's starter, I'm going to trash it. I will put on the new armor. What does that do? That gives my armor class up to 20. If you were playing the tabletop version of this game, which is this is based on the 3rd edition system. If you were playing 3rd edition, or more accurately 3.5, and you had an armor class of 20 at 2nd level, that's pretty insane. So, you know, there you have it. We are going to go find in here real quick, just so I've bound somewhere. I don't anticipate dying, but, you know, things happen. All right, let's go Let's go take out some of these quests. Knock them down. These are really good quests just to level real fast, to be honest. And I could have done them without leaving the item, but I just wanted to get stuff in that quest. In the bank and all that stuff, get it out of my inventory. Go ahead and do this on Elite. Summon my cleric.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of.
You should call him,
And
instead
by
of
the
calling him...
passage, strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you may discover more.
Let's lock our shortcut bar. I forgot to do that earlier. Instead of calling him Jacoby Drexelhand, they should call him Jacoby Smartmouth or something. He's a thoroughly unpleasant individual. Here you. Buffus.
What were those cultists up to? A treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here.
This treasure chest doesn't contain anything you can sell, and under most circumstances, I would suggest you open it, but I don't need to.
Some kind of ritual.
Sunder,
Dead son of
you want to kill this guy as quickly as possible, so he doesn't raise the zombie on the altar.
A magical crest appears from the destroyed
And you get a
altar.
little bit of bonus XP for that.
Take it with you. It may be useful later.
If he does raise it, you just have an extra
work from further inside the crypt.
If he does raise it, you just have a little bit of extra work, another zombie to kill, and you just lose out on a little bit of bonus XP. That's all. Oh, you got a low trip.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up. Another treasure chest. Perhaps the cultists brought it here.
More of the same
but
for
it's
that treasure
yours
chest.
now.
Keeping my health up is why I have a cleric lady.
It croaks.
Crag Wolf Hayton, in life you served the light.
Another crest drops
There
out
we go.
as you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
Another chorist. There we go. That chest just outside the door of this room is more of the same. It's basically they're there to teach you about damage reduction. The items in it are absolutely not sellable, tradable, or useful for anything other than teaching you about damage reduction. They're pretty useless things. Let's trip the cleric because I don't want him attacking me or casting spells on me. The rule of thumb in D&D in general in this game is pretty much seems to be true to the roots about it is always take out the casters first.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, a Sahuagin rumbles.
For generations,
The Sahuagin's plan.
There we go.
The altar collapses. A third crest appears.
Managed to
It
get
glows
all three of
with
the
cold
altars
magic.
without him resurrecting a zombie. Nice little teeny chunk of a bonus XP. Now, there's a trap here.
Chest. It's out in the open and unprotected. And that's probably what the dead cultist by the chest thought.
I don't generally try to talk over the GMs, but I do like to listen to them. So if you were a rogue, there's a disarm control panel here. Stepping
Acid
into
sprays
the
out of
water is
wall
what triggers
as
the chest.
gate slams shut.
But once you do that, you can get it. And loot all that. And hirelings are not smart. There's another control panel here. Stepping into the water again triggers the chest, or the trap. It's specifically stepping into the water is what triggers the trap. But we are good to go. I'm not even going to use the shrine. I don't need
A
it.
magical barrier blocks the way, and behind you fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside the last devourer altar shatters.
There we go. Let's take care of this caster here.
Your bold
There we
action
go.
saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught. The treasure chest in the
those are
antechamber
good rogue
is
boots.
now yours.
All right. Good rogue boots. Unfortunately, not a rogue. So those do me no good. All right, let's go turn this in. I would never ever pick the Amulet of the Brute as the loot here because it gives you penalties to intelligence and wisdom. There's not enough upside for all the down. Amulet of Inner Focus. I'm not going to worry about it.
Some of the rival villagers tried to stem the Sahuagin tide, but their courage led to naught but grievous injuries. Korthos needs someone with more than just guts.
Let's see. I'm looking for... where is it? There is a... Lock bash. There it is. 5 points in the tree. I don't know that I want to do that. I'll have to give that some thought. I may just use Froggo instead. Let's look at Dragon Lord stuff here. What do we got? +3 resistance to the element of your Draconic Soul. Tactical DCs. Will saving throw boost. Oh, this looks interesting. Oh yeah, we want that. We definitely want that. Okay. So we're on to the next one, which is this one here. And I'm kind of doing this on the fly a little bit as far as building this character. I mean, the thing about enhancements is you can always go back and reset the trees. It may cost you some platinum to do it, but...
Dust and mold fill this ill-maintained storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of vermin nearby.
Just gonna go ahead and put you on aggro. I'm much more interested in, again, some people like to smash the crates and barrels. I usually do, actually, especially if it's an adventure I haven't done before. But in this case, I'm more interested in a speed through of the particular quest I'm doing right now. I just want to get through them as quickly as I can. Or at least quicker than I would if I were smashing. You have to smash in this room because at least until you find the key. Wherever it is. There it is.
Key falls out of the crate. A Sahagin emerges from a hidden passage demanding the key. You mustn't let the scrolls fall into devouring hands.
There we go. Oh, I got strength damage. Oh well. It'll go away eventually. Not worried about it. Oh, what is this? Staunch bracers. Sure. All in all, speeding through these pretty quickly. We've got quite a few quests done in the amount of time we're playing. Even if it did take me a bit of time to do some setup. But, you know, setting up ahead of time.
The door swings open. It appears that the floor in this room can be moved and rotated.
Setting up ahead of time will often make your life a little easier later.
The protective spell dissipates.
There we go.
All that remains now is to take and...
Of course, the hireling went to stand right on top of it. Actually, I already have a belt, don't I? So Normally I would take the rugged belt if I didn't have one, but I like what I'm wearing better, so I'm not going to worry about it. This is the quest that can sometimes be a pain in the rear. If you're doing it on elite at the level I'm doing it with only one hireling, you can sometimes get too many of them coming at you, and they can break the crystal before you can kill them. So it can be a little frustrating.
Ahead is the cellar where the Caneth crystal is hidden.
Let's put him on aggro. I'm much more interested in him killing cultists than I am in him protecting me. Here's the crystal.
From the magic
I usually like to stand kind of right here because my attacks don't damage the crystal.
Would doom Korthos by destroying it.
First one usually pops riding around in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Second one usually is a caster that pops over by this door. Maybe not. It's odd. Okay, well. Oh, there he is. He found him. I will just let the hireling handle him. I will back up to my spot. You get to one point in here, coming up in just a second, where you have a whole bunch of them. Oh, that was close. That's one of the danger points right there. I would rather sit here and take the damage than leave the crystal unprotected. I'm okay with that. Alright, so far so good. Oh, he found one. I'll go help with that guy. Oh, he found another one. Usually once you get down to about 4 or 5 of them, you're okay. Occasionally, though, one of them will just make a runner at the crystal and completely ignore you. That's always a little dangerous, because they might get lucky and do just enough damage to break it, and then you fail the quest. Sometimes there is a rare Sahuagin that comes in here. I don't see him this time. If he does come and you kill him, you get a chest, but just want to remember you don't want to leave that crystal unguarded. If you're doing this in a group, it's usually much, much easier. Now, of course, I'm doing it on Elite, which is level 3. I'm only level 2, but I have a hireling. And this build is putting out a pretty decent amount of damage, it seems like, for the level and what we've got so far. So
you have slain
there you go.
The last cultist, thus protecting the Caneth crystal and saving Korthos.
Where is... Oh, there we are. Yep. I like to get Spearbane because protects you from giving damage reduction.
It is on the people's lips as you walk by. Cautious looks have become friendly nods. Then word comes that your presence is requested in the tavern.
I like it because it's damage reduction against arrows, and you wind up getting shot at a lot with arrows in this game. So initially, it's a really nice thing to do. All right, we're going to do the quest in the tavern, and then that's the last quest we're going to do on Korthos Island. I have no desire to do the wilderness. I will eventually do it, just not right now. Nice thing about this is you can have some time to summon hirelings and buff.
You're waiting
because until
collaborator stepping in from the dark.
Until you talk to Jacoby Drexelhand, they really won't start attacking you, and he'll just stand there. So was quick. Okay.
Your stalwart
there
defense
we go.
gives the Sahagin pause, but you hear more of them gathering outside for a final assault.
Anything interesting? No, not really. Or at least
You
nothing
notice a
particularly
small
useful.
chest hidden behind the bar.
I keep hoping for a better weapon than this, but... another two-handed slashing weapon of some kind that does some extra damage or something, maybe.
You have weathered the Sahuagin storm.
Alright.
Now, after that traitorous Jacoby Drexelhand, he must have fled into... Drexelhand isn't here. However, the chamber beyond the secret passage looks ancient, predating Korthos village.
Huh. Interesting. Not useful for me, but interesting nonetheless. As you can tell, I'm not really pausing to use... well, there's not really been any shrines yet. The hireling is keeping me perfectly healed up and isn't using a lot of spell points to do so. So... oh, he saved against the trip. For this thing's options in this build eventually is there's some powers that you have a chance to insta-kill something if you've sundered it. So tactical attacks are not a bad thing.
Thought that siding with the Sahuagin would save his life.
There we go. Alright, let's see. Do we get anything good? Not really. Okay. Well, that's alright. I mean, I could use a one-handed weapon. Not really that certain how much better the damage would be. Yes. Okay. Actually, it's a scimitar. That's one-handed. One-handed. Handed. Oh, looks like the axe.
Your victories have made the village much
super
safer,
enthusiastic about
but
it.
only temporarily. It's time to take the fight to the Sahuagin, out in the wilds of
That's gonna be
Korthos
maximum.
Island.
6 to... yeah, see, that's not... it's not really worth it yet for that. Alright, let's go ahead and sell. Here. We'll sell the gems. Again, I'm pretty much holding... sell that, sell the scroll, sell the wand. I'm pretty much holding on to those magic items because I'm going to go use them in the crafting system to craft a bunch of things, you know, get my crafting skill up. And I'm not really in any kind of trouble in inventory as far as it goes right now. So let's go ahead and do some more enhancements. I don't know if I want to do that. At least not yet. I do want haste. I do want a haste boost. Yeah, I do. I definitely want that. Let's pull that down to here. All right, time to get off of Korthos Island. We have done the stuff I want to do. I'm not going to do anything in the wilderness area, at least in this session. I'll do it sometime later to come pick up just the points, but at the moment, not terribly interested. And we're actually not that far from level 3. Let's go, and it's not likely those are going to be anything that is too useful, but let's check the auction house. I really want to see if I can find something for this starter axe. Usually what you find on the auction house most of the time isn't all that great, but every once in a while you can find something. So let's see, I'm level 2. So let's look for... let's start with a great sword. Oh, great axe. No, falchion is two-handed weapon, I think. No, I'm out of luck. Oh well, it was worth a shot. It was worth the attempt. Let's go and go and put ourselves in bind into the tavern here. Yes. Yes. Resurrect me if I fail. You know, what the heck? We'll go ahead and grab this quest and do it. Alright. I have to say, so far, I am liking the Dragon Lord. I'm not sure if there's enough yet to really distinguish it from another fighter, but another, you know, fighter of a similar build, but nevertheless, I suspect that aura, which gives me a couple extra pluses to hit, is what's allowing me to just, you know, pretty much constantly power attack.
Across the room, you see an iron defender. The beast looks fierce. Approaching the creature may cause it to leap to action.
There we go. Why don't you go ahead and bless us? Never hurts. Every little bit helps.
Descending into the basement, you hear another sound of whirring gears and a guttural growl.
Representative said it would be. So a clever searching may reveal its whereabouts.
I don't know how much XP we're gonna get. Oh, that's not bad. Come on. All right. Go down here. Wish I had something of feather falling, but I don't. So, oh well. An ooze. Oh, I'd forgotten there was an ooze in here. Alright, go ahead and take care of the ooze. I shall pummel the ooze with my fists. Not what I wanted to do, but oh well. I mean, usually if you don't have like an oozebane weapon like Muckbane or Muck Doom or something like that, you can, there's a collectible up that way if you're so inclined to get it. I'm not so inclined to get it. You can always carry a couple like clubs or something to beat the things to death with. I had just forgotten there was an ooze there. Otherwise I would have picked up a couple of great clubs to use against it.
You see one of Osgood's men making his way down the tunnel ahead. He hears you approach and starts running.
You know, it'll just fix it more firmly in my head to do it next time. Again, I'm trying to do these relatively quickly, so I'm not stopping for breaking a lot of barrels or anything like that. Not really particularly interested in doing that for this run. What is... having a little bit of trouble with my mouse. Doesn't want to...
You hear the grind and clatter
be very
of machinery
speedy.
from
Let
below
me...
and to the west. It sounds like something heavy is being ratcheted into place.
Let me take a moment and deal with that. Because it is really being annoying. I don't know what the deal is. It suddenly started let's see if that helps. Not a lot, but a little bit.
You hear the grind and clatter of machinery from below and to the west. It sounds like something heavy is being ratcheted into place.
Let's adjust the DPS on the mouse a little bit more. I don't know what is going on here. Well, that's as good as it's going to get for now. I'll worry about it later. All right.
You hear the rasp of stone against stone from somewhere above, as if a massive barrier is moving aside.
All right. We are almost done with this one. Let's summon our cleric to us. We'll just have him... Gets blessed again. Don't need to, but...
An iron defense. The secret path ends in a well-kept warehouse. This must be where Osgood...
Need to get cleave, probably.
But the crumpled metal beast can only manage to whimper.
Get our artifact, yes.
Lift the case and slide it on.
And there's level 3.
Quickly return to the Fairlane representative.
All right, let's get out of here. And go turn this one in. Oh, it sets you out here. How interesting. That's interesting. Oh, and the game lagged. Oh, there we go. Supposedly there's going to be a patch, I think, here in the next day or two that's going to solve that problem. By the time this video is published, it may already have happened. Okay. Again, no two-handed weapons. Where's the pity? Cloak. Is this cloak? That cloak isn't to level 5. Oh wow, I may have kind of messed myself up with the loot stuff. Level 3. Oh. I like those bracers. We'll take those. I really, really like those, and we'll go level. We shall go level again. And to the next level as a fighter. I want to get a little bit of swim, just to make my life easier. And what do I want? For feats. I could get dodge, which I do want to get eventually. Cleave, weapon focus, I think slashing. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and spend some enhancement points. Let's see. How many points do I have to spend? One more armor is not a bad thing, so let's take that. And we will just... What we'll do is we'll just park ourselves here in the corner for the moment. So that's going to be all for this session. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, like, subscribe, comment. You can also click the little notification thing down there. If you think people should input whether they think I should start using the Gold Seal hirelings, because I have pretty much all of them. If you think I should or shouldn't, let me know what you think about that. And I'll see you next time. And remember, everyone, please just remember, be kind to each other. Take care and goodbye.